Hello and welcome to Walk the Talk Show with yours truly, Waylon Lewis, coming to you live from Boulder, Colorado, thanks to our partner Google+. Today, I'm going to pull one of the most useful and practical and accessible things from the Buddhist tradition out into the world for all of you to do. It's not inappropriate for anyone to do, and it's incredibly helpful speaking personally in my business life as well as in my daily life generally. So it's the bow. The bow is literally a physical bow. So, but it's much more, and also it's not much more. It just is what it is. In Buddhism, they say the bow is as simple and unspiritual as, say, brushing your teeth. It's a good thing to do every day. There's nothing holy and amazing about it, but at the same time, it's a really powerful thing to do. So how can you use the bow? In the business world, we have a lot of meetings. A bow can be a really powerful thing to do as a way of opening a meeting and closing a meeting. I typically will say, and I'm obviously talking with non-Buddhists 90% of the time, I say, okay, we could begin this meeting with a bow. It's sort of this weird thing we do. It's from the Eastern tradition. It's basically the Eastern equivalent of the Western handshake. So you kind of make it accessible. You can kind of be self-deprecating, make fun of yourself or it a little bit. The idea is people don't have to take it or themselves seriously to do the bow. And then you can say, okay, as a way of beginning this meeting formally, we could all take a good posture. You can both root yourself, connect with the ground. You can uplift your posture. Often in meetings, people are all over the place. You know, they're drinking coffee, they got their phone. Connect with your head with the heavens, which is the realm of ideas and inspiration. You can join the two together by taking a breath, not a deep breath, just a normal breath. And then you can give it away. The one really important thing to do with the bow is to kind of make it a fun game where no one talks during the bow from the point when you begin it to when you end it. So if anyone talks, then you say, okay, you're busted, George. Now we all get to do it again. And so then you do it again. So what is the bow all about? The bow is obviously, the way you can introduce it in a business context, is you can say is basically the Eastern equivalent of the Western handshake. It's a way of showing respect for one another, acknowledgement of what each one of us is bringing to this conversation. But it's also, on a larger scale, it's a reminder of our mission, both in our personal life. We want to be happy. We want our family to be happy. We want to be healthy, but we also want to be a benefit to the world. So it's a reminder of our mission, and our mission hopefully is to be healthy, happy, and of benefit to the world. From the Chinese tradition, which is pretty interesting, the calligraphy for king or ruler or queen, for that matter, on some level, is 3 lines. One is heaven, which is symbolized by the head. One is earth, which is symbolized by obviously your feet and your legs and your butt. And then one is man, which is, or woman, which is the middle line, which is your heart, your shoulders. That's the area of friendship. And then it's 1 line connecting all 3. So what you're doing in the bow is you're joining, you're bringing together heaven, the realm of inspiration, ideas, vision, earth, the realm of details, practicality. Our businesses are nothing without doing good accounting and actually making things happen in emails, and relationships, heart. So the other context where a bow can be a nice little thing to do is you can do it before and after a meal. So after is equally important. People love, including myself, to forget the after bow. So let's remember the after bow. So with a meal, you get your beautiful food, and like a prayer in the Christian tradition, you can kind of just acknowledge that food and say, okay, I'm eating this food so that I'll be healthy, so that I can be helpful to others, and then offer a small bow. If you're in a restaurant and you feel self-conscious, you definitely don't need to do a full bow. You can just kind of tip your head and do a little bow. So now I'm going to read from the master about the bow. The master in this case is Chogyam Trungpa from the book Shambhala, The Sacred Path of the Warrior. I highly recommend it. If I were going to be marooned on a desert island, I would not bring my laptop because there'd be no Wi-Fi probably. I bring this book. So, from him about the Tao. Joining La, the realm of ideas, vision, Nian, the realm of heart, shoulders, friendship, and Lu, the realm of details, is exemplified in the act of bowing, which in many Oriental cultures is a traditional greeting. For the Shambhala warrior, the bow is a symbol of surrendering to others, serving them. We are not talking here just about the literal act of bowing, but about the warrior's whole attitude toward his or her life, which is one of selfless service. When, as a warrior, you make a bow, you begin by establishing your good head and shoulders, uplifting your posture. You don't just roar in and bow, but first you hold yourself erect. This connects you with the realm of law, vision, inspiration, ideas, clarity of mind, which all help in business and our life. That's me talking, coming back to Trungpa Rinpoche, and with raising wind horse or positive confidence. It is as if you had glaciers on your head, as if you were Mount Everest. Then from that cutting and fresh glacier mountain realm of law, you begin to bend down by lowering your head and hunching slightly. You give to your shoulders from your head. This is making friends with Nien. You acknowledge the breadth and vastness of your shoulders. Then finally you complete your bow. You submit to the realm of Lu. You completely surrender. Your entire three systems of law, Nien, and Lu are offered as you bend down. And if you read the book, you'll find a lot more about this law, Nien, and Lu thing. Bowing is giving away basic goodness. Our fundamental nature is basically good. And windhorse or genuine heart confidence to others. So in bowing, you are surrendering potential power and magic, and you do that with real, proper feeling. It is a threefold process. Hold, feel, and give. First, you have to hold, otherwise you don't make any statement. If you bow to somebody by just flopping down, that is a very gullible bow. It does not have any heart to it. The witnesser of that bow, the person you bow to, will regard you as an untrustworthy person. The idea is that the magic of the bow, the power of the bow, actually confirms both people. When you bow to your friend or to a good, trustworthy person who also possesses that power, then you are sharing something together. If you bow to the setting sun or degraded nature of society or human beings, if you bow to kind of Mickey Mouse, what he calls Mickey Mouse, or that degraded pop culture aspect, you are degrading yourself. So don't bow to bad people. The warrior never does that. So the bow is based on acknowledging someone else's worth, his or her la, nian, and lu existing in front of you. And as a mark of respect, you do not rise from your bow until the other person rises. One footnote to what I said, don't bow to bad people. More like don't bow to their bad aspects. If you do bow to a bad person, you can acknowledge their fundamentally good nature. The bow represents a complementary exchange of energy, like in dancing or making love, that's me talking again, as well as being a mark of decency, loyalty, and surrender. It is both an example and an analogy of how to join La, Nian, and Lu together. Basically, the point is to serve the world. Tools, such as the bow, which help us to shape our world, are also regarded as joining La, Nian, and Lu and should be given special respect. The same is true for human beings who help to shape the lives of others by serving them. So a teacher is highly respected because he or she is joining La, Nian, and Lu in the students. Ideally, politicians and public servants also have this role. The role of the warrior, or the noble human being, altogether is to join La, Nian, and Lu in order to help his or her fellow human beings. So again, that's from the Shambhala Sacred Path of the Warrior. And that's the bow. So we could all practice one final time together. Take a good posture, very simple posture, eyes open. Your hands can be relaxed on your upper thighs. Find your breath. Connect your head with the principle of the heavens or the space above. Connect your feet if you're standing, or your butt if you're sitting, with the solidity of the earth. That's the realm of details of actually getting stuff done. Connect with your heart, which is Nian, shoulders, friendship, by breathing into your lungs. Remember to smile if you have to, it's not too solemn, and give it away. Try and do this in your life before and after meetings, before and after a meal. See what the bow can do for you. Thank you so much.